Hello everyone and welcome to Indiana Dunes National Park, the United States 61st National Park. But we're not just visiting this park in this video, we're also going to Cleveland, Ohio, visiting the national parks over there, and we're gonna have tons of fun in this video, so let's get straight into it. So here we have our first glimpse of the dunes right behind us here. It's super cool seeing dunes in Indiana. Like, I would never think that these would be here. This here is my first time being here at Lake Michigan, and it's super cool seeing dunes plus the water here. It's so cool. It's like being at the ocean. So the Indiana Dunes used to be a national lakeshore, but now they became a national park in 2019. So we are here on Wet Beach here at Indiana Dunes, and this is seriously, I would never expect this to be here. You have water on one side, which looks like the ocean, but that's Lake Michigan. And then on this side, you have the dunes, just a super cool combination of like a coastal kind of wetland area. So now that our little dunes expedition here is done, I definitely think this is a cool park. The beach was super nice, and I think that could use a little bit more to be national park status, but yeah, super cool park, and now we're headed to Cleveland, Ohio. So after a great night of sleeping with sand still in our shoes from the Indiana Dunes, we are gonna start going to Cuyahoga Valley National Park. We have made it here to Cuyahoga National Park. This visitor center seems super nice, so we're gonna head on into the Boston Mill Visitor Center and get some info about the park before we go on some trails. We are walking the Brandywine Falls Upper Boardwalk, and this one's gonna be a pretty easy hike today. So we are here on the upper portion of the Brandywine Falls, and it's barely flowing now. They must have not got a lot of rain, but this is seriously so cool. It's like a kind of like a staircase down there. So now we are at the lower portion of the Brandywine Falls Trail, and this one's 10 times better. You can see the falls so much more, and it's super cool. It's a sandstone kind of like layer system, ancient, like every layer is like 1,000 years or something. Super cool. We are now on the Ledges Trail, and I'm super excited to see some ledges, and I think we're headed to the Icebox Cave right now. So we are here towards the Icebox Cave, and these ledges are so insane. Like, they almost remind me of Pipestone, but with moss covered up, and like it looks super cool. And right back there is where the Icebox Cave is. I would most definitely never expect to see these ledges here in Ohio. So we are actually in an old stream bed here, as you can see, with rocks and several things on the walls engraved into the moss. And it's super cold back here. Like, these big towering cliffs make it so then you can't really see much of the sunlight up there. What you just saw was the Soleil's Farm and Market here in Cuyahoga Valley. And this is an iconic stop here. We got so many fruits and vegetables, and I got an apple here. So this is the historical Everett Covered Bridge, and this is actually not the real thing. This is a historical reenactment of it because it got destroyed in some flooding or a storm down in the river. There's a swimming beach going on down here, and it's super cool seeing a covered bridge down in Ohio. So we are here on the Cuyahoga River, and some fun facts about it is the river caught fire multiple times, over 13 times in the river's history. And in 1969, a spark from a train going on this railroad went into the river and lighted some oil and debris on fire, and that was the most famous river fire that happened here. But that wraps up our time here in Cuyahoga National Park. I really enjoyed it, and I hope to come back in the future maybe. So we are here on the Cuyahoga River on a bar, and I'm not here for the drinks, but this is super cool seeing this big boat in the river right behind me here. So we are back here on the Solstice Steps to end off our Cleveland trip, but with a little picnic and some exploring around the steps for sunset, so this will be pretty fun. From metropolitan areas here in Cleveland to dunes to valleys to the greatest of the lakes behind me here. This has been such a fun adventure, and we just watched the sunset on Solstice Steps. This is obviously the best place to watch the sunset here in Cleveland. But that sadly wraps up our time here in Cleveland. I really hope you guys enjoyed this adventure, and in our next one we're going to higher altitudes, maybe even some mountains, so I'm excited to see you there. Bye. So a little unplanned segment here. We are here in Chicago. It is very hot, but we are trying to go find the bean. So we made it here to the bean, which this has been on my bucket list for a while for some reason, but I'm glad I've got to see it. It's kind of a little underwhelming, but this is super cool to see. Super shiny. You can see the city in it. Super cool. One thing I have to say is you can't go to Chicago without seeing the bean. So we are here at Amarino Gelato here in downtown Chicago. I got strawberry mango here.
I got strawberry mango too.
And
well, I got raspberry mango.
And we are gonna try this, so I'll make sure to get a little bit of everything. Do a little scoop. Really tastes good. The two fruity flavors, you can definitely tell that they are like, they almost taste like real fruit. That's super yummy. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Super refreshing on such a hot day today, and it tastes like real fruit.
I'm gonna give mine a 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10 because I got raspberry and mango, and I feel like the raspberry and mango together is very refreshing.